Howdy folks, it's Sonelias and welcome to this Let's Play of Stellaris again. We're going to carry on from where we left off last time. We were playing the United Nations of Earth and I'm just going to load that game. Now, at the end of the last session we were close to completing some of the research, so close to completing the actual research for the colony ship, as well as close to finishing the actual energy storage capabilities here, because at the moment we're getting closer to our limit. So at the moment the limit is 2500. We're at almost 1600 at the moment, so I'll be able to increase that by an additional 500 if I build my... Actually, I complete this particular bit of research here. Okay, so let's carry on. We had ordered a fleet to build a research station, and it looks like we've just completed that. So that is our construction vessel here. We're in Procyon at the moment. Now this should have brought us one level closer, or at least one station closer towards our mandate. So the president that was just elected at the end of last session has issued us a mandate to be able to, or at least to place research stations in various different places throughout. So I've completed that.
Construction ship, which is
now I'm going to be close, like I said, to being able to build a colony ship. Now, where do I want to place a colony ship? I probably want to take it towards Alpha Centauri, I would suspect. At least I've got a habitable planet over there. Sirius, there is a habitable planet in there as well. Actually, it might be a good idea to send it to Sirius. Reason being, if I place it on Sirius, I will basically have a planet of size 16 there, but I'll be able to remove this outpost.
By no means final.
So if I'm able to disband that outpost, that should free up one of my points of influence.
By building them outside our domain, we expand and demarcate our borders to claim systems for mining and research purposes.
Okay, well let's maybe go down that route. I'll remove that once it's completed. How are we doing the research there?
A research station built in orbit
in
body will gather its physics, engineering and society research
We have recovered artifacts from an ancient alien civilization on LJG-12. This civilization was some sort of confederation that consists of many different alien races. They call themselves the First League and appears to have coexisted in relative peace some 2 million years ago. Though the Ramana system lies in the region of space that seems to have made up the core of the territory, a partial map found amongst the artifacts indicates that this First League may have covered a significant portion of our galaxy before its eventual collapse. Begin the precursor to the First League event chain.
Situation log
I think that'd be quite interesting to do that. So, okay. It's an event chain that basically consists of me finding additional artifacts. Now, I've recovered just one, but that actually instigated this particular mission chain. So I need an additional 6 is what it says to be able to complete that. Okay, so our territory has of course been enlarged by those 2 additional
system survey
stations already. Now we've completed some surveys here.
This is our science vessel here, which is used to survey astronomical objects such as planets in a star system.
These
a planet needs to be
surveys
surveyed in order to make its resources visible.
That system as well. Just place survey the system that's closest to me over there at the moment, and I'll make my way back into my own territory, making sure I got all those stars surveyed as well. Let's have another look at some of the systems here in which I can potentially place actual colonies. Just going to accelerate time a little bit again. Beyond, no. So it looks like at the moment Sirius as well as Alpha Centauri are potential good targets.
Research complete.
Sidar, no. And I've just finished some research. It's the global energy management. So that should have increased my energy capabilities by 500 like I said earlier. So from 2500 up to where we are now. Deflectors. Deflectors would be useful. It's good for our ships as well. At least I'm able to build stronger ships then. So when I encounter enemies in the future, I will be able to use those deflectors for those new ships. Now at the moment our ship is in Sirius here. I don't know, that's the one where I don't have any researchers on board yet. Now that one is in Procyon, and that one is in
System
Procyon
survey
as well.
complete.
Just going to tell one of them to move to Sirius. I'm going to tell the second one to move to Alpha Centauri as such. Survey has been completed in one of our systems. Okay, so that's this system that's been surveyed fully. Well, there's not much in there to start off with, but I'm just going to tell it to survey that next system along the line there. It should bring us closer to being able to move to that system there. And I'm just going to try to take that roundabout route to be able to go around Daris and Cephiban to be able to get home as such. Just going to accelerate time a little bit again. Did I tell it to
Military
move my
fleets are
military
used to
fleet?
protect our emerging empire from
I guess I
threats,
did.
or to expand our glorious evading hostile fleet.
Alright, we found a hostile fleet again. So another hostile fleet here as well. So the only way of getting home, it looks like, is through Sidor and then Bashpat. Okay, I will need to bear that in mind. So that vessel is in system now. Let me just send that towards Alpha Centauri. I'm gonna basically go into orbit there. Still got my military fleet here as well. I'm just gonna tell that to move there in Sirius. It might be beneficial for me to actually take Sirius first in terms of building a colony. Okay. Still evading our enemy fleet. And I'm just going to tell it to go through. Oh, I'm able to go straight through Bashpat, which is good. So, accelerating time again. So I'm going to just go to our home system. Looking at our research, we are just about to complete that.
The Spaceport tab is where we view orbiting fleets, build new ships, and upgrade the station itself.
Now,
If a
for
planet has no
a
spaceport,
colony ship, I
we
will
can
need
order the construction of one
a little
if we
bit
have the
more in
necessary
terms of actual
resources.
minerals, which is fine. I can start my next research project in the meantime. Empire leader capability. What does that do? Is that going to influence the number of planets I can control? I'm not sure. Monthly influence is always one I want to get. Farming subsidies, no. Hydroponic farms I can increase. I'm going to go for the additional Empire leader capability, I think. Hopefully that gives me the ability to have more planets in there. I'm not entirely sure, but we'll have to just see how that goes and what it will tell us. So whether that number increases from 5 to 7 based upon that research. Now that ship's now arrived in Bashpat, and I want to tell it to do some surveying of some other systems. Okay, perfect. It's on its way.
System survey complete.
Interesting system again. So 2 places where I could potentially do some research. And I've got enough to build my first colony ship. So colony ship will take about a year or so to complete. So I'm just accelerating time to be able to get that built. I think we're seeing the progress of that ship listed here as well. Have I built everything in Sirius that I can actually build in here? I'm not entirely sure. So at the moment I'm really waiting for those 2 research vessels there to do something. Just want to build up a little bit in terms of influence, just in case we're building my first colony I will need influence. I'm not 100% sure on that. I just want to be better safe than sorry in terms of having enough points in case I do need it.
Anomaly found.
Research the anomaly. So it's an anomaly of 7% risk at this point. Mostly offset due to the actual skill level of the actual scientist on board that vessel. Which system is this? Procyon. Ooh, interesting. Let's move my ships into position there. Let's see what's actually going to happen here. Is it going to move in or not? Or is it going to warp out? He is warping out. So even though he could have done some damage here, he didn't, luckily. Which is good for me. And we should of course already see those boosts because of our additional research stations. The wreckage of what must have been a major First League naval base being detected in orbit around Gindix 1b. We know the League maintained a massive fleet called the Grand Navy to combat piracy and safeguard member nations that from external aggression. This particular outpost appears to have provided berthing for one of those RimWorld patrol fleets. Issue special project naval base.
Situation log updated.
Okay, so naval base. Track on map. I need a scientist with skill level 5 or higher. Have I got that or not? That's the question. What's the skill level of this one? It looks like I'm skill level 4. The other one is also skill level 4. So I need slightly higher skill level to be able to do something with this. And that is basically that naval base here. Now, there's no timer luckily on there. Sometimes you come across missions where there's a timer on there. You have to do it within a certain time frame. How long until the next elections, though? That's a good question. Can I track that somewhere? Strategic resources. No, I don't see anything on that at this point in time. How is my colony ship coming along? 70% at this point. Where's this system based? It's just north of where I am, so Gindix. So it actually would be beneficial if I'm able to expand in this direction. This actually looks like an interesting system here in terms of the resources. So there's minerals, there is energy. So I'm actually running lower in terms of my energy than I was before. Luckily I've got a substantial reserve. I'm not going to be running out of it any day soon, but okay. It's just a thing to bear in the back of our minds. In terms of research, we're going to be completing the deflectors within the next 4 months. And I guess our colony ship will be the first thing we want to keep an eye on. System survey, yes, has been completed, and there is something we want to come back for in the future. We will, of course, do that. In the meantime, I'm just going to survey additional systems in the area, just to expand that yellow cloud around here, just to make me comfortable with the area and make anything that's in the area at least known to me up front.
Construction complete.
Alright, so I've got a colony ship. Now, where am I going to send it first? Alpha Centauri or Sirius? I'm going to send it to Sirius. In the meantime, have I got enough resources for a next one? A next colony ship. No, I need 350, so I'm still about 100 or so short. So in about 5 months or so,
System
6 months, I should be able to say I've completed that. So Gindex, I've already reassigned this one, so that's fine. It's just this one here I haven't reassigned yet. So I'm just going to look for another planet in this region to actually explore. Can I explore that system? No, that's going to be a very, very long route to take. No, I don't want to basically disband it. I want to go to that system there. Can I do that? Yes, I can. So I'm going to take the straight route to that system there. So again, this circle here really represents my range circle. So I just need to keep that in mind every time I'm basically going to do some exploring here. So I've got 2 science vessels at this point in time. My colony ship is en route, and I have finished construction on Earth. So that was the warning, the icon here. I've got a negative balance in terms of energy. Yes, I'm aware of that, but I've got enough in terms of my reserve.
The budget tab.
Now, clicking on there actually does highlight for me exactly where I'm actually spending money.
Here
so
we can also
lots
check a
on
variety of
ship
effects
maintenance.
that
It gives you the
influence
full
our
breakdown
economy.
in there as well.
Research complete.
And I have just seen that one of my scientists has increased in level. Which is fine. I've just finished research, and that's those deflectors I talked about earlier. Gives me now the ability to do my next bit of research. Now this is fusion reactors. That would be very, very useful, I think. I'm just going to choose those fusion reactors. That'll be about 18 months or so for me to complete. Where is my colony ship at this point? It's traveling outward from Earth. So it's a fairly slow vessel. Once it's in hyperspace, it's fine in terms of speed.
Anomaly found.
Anomaly found, so I'm just telling my researchers to go and do something with that. I'm not going to basically assign another scientist to that vessel there yet until I'm basically ready to really take that to the position where I actually have colonized one system and I'm sure that I don't need any of the influence to be able to do that colonization. Sweet. So I'm in system at this point in time. I'm going to go over to Sirius 3 and I'm going to try to colonize it. It then gives me the ability to basically place my actual main base building. Now, all of these areas over here have got a blocker on there at the moment. I'm actually going to place it. Where am I going to place it? Am I going to lose that? I'm not sure. I will place it here just the same anyways. Hopefully in the future I'll be able to upgrade those ships to have all the latest bits and pieces in there. Now let's see how that is going to go along. We've got a report from Science Officer Dominic Renard. It seems that a ceramic container is circling the star Athar most peculiar. It should be obvious not to be there, yet somehow it was managed to find its way into a close orbit. A special project can be issued to investigate a container and try to deduce how it ended up there. A conundrum worth investigating or not worth answering. Improbable ceramics. What do I want to do with this? Influence points or I'll
Situation
investigate.
log updated.
So I'm just going to do that research project with him.
Evading hostile fleet.
Yeah, evading hostile fleet. There may be. Okay. Okay, so we're about to start colonizing that planet, it looks like. We've just reached orbit, and what's going to happen?
Congratulations on having colonized a new world.
So we've
Our
colonized the
colonists
first
are
new
now
world.
in the process of building their first settlement.
Temperate
But it will
forest
take time for
region
them to
will
become
serve as an ideal
self-sufficient.
first landing site. The ship has been permanently converted into an administrative headquarters for the new settlement. Perfect. So you should see that I'm spending energy to be able to convert this at the moment, and it will take approximately 13 months. In the meantime, I do have enough in terms of resources to be able to build the next colony ship. As you can see, I'm just starting construction of that, and I'll be able to expand with that shortly. Now, once that's completed, I should be able to get rid of this military power here, or at least the outpost. Okay, so I think that circle has grown slightly, is that correct? Or not? Not entirely sure. Anyways, Index. Have I got planets in that I can do something with? There's 2 potentially colonizable planets, but again, I just don't have enough in terms of the... I haven't got enough in terms of actual technology to be able to colonize them at this point in time. So I'm just going to accelerate time again. let's try. Yes, I'm disbanding it. Sweet, that's now freed up one of those points, and actually all the other stations have remained. My circle has shrunk though. Okay. I guess once my colony is complete, that will change. A civilian traveling in space became more commonplace. Several powerful criminal organizations on Earth have sensed an opportunity to expand their operations. They've converted a number of civilian freighters into improvised warships, with which they raid civilian shipping lanes for bounty. For booty. We will call themselves the Furious Freebooters, and they operate some kind of hidden space facility. Every effort must be made to bring these criminals to justice. They will be found. Interesting. Okay, so where are they at this point in time? Are they in our solar system? No, they are not. Now, I'm assuming that they will be... Space Moby, alien vessel, alien base, personal entity, and there is a Chox 3 mining station, ancient mining drones, and here we got the... Okay, so I've not found them yet. Now that is an indicator to me that I need to bring up to date my
All the ships in
designs.
use within our empire are designed here. New hull sizes and components will be unlocked as we research
My
new
Corvette
technologies.
at the moment is based upon the current technology. I'm going to just update that to have the deflectors on there. New thrusters, also the gravity sensors I want to update. Have I got better missiles? No, I don't have any better missiles yet. So if I just change this name to be the same as it was before, but then the Mark II. Let's make that the MK2. Mark II. Anything else I can upgrade? Still the same.
Hostile fleet detected.
Alright, let's save that. And the next time I'm basically building a ship, I'll be building that new design. It's going to be more costly. It's going to be costing me 83 versus the original 62. But in terms of the actual shields, I'll have 25 in terms of shields. And I'll have better chance of evasion. So evasion increases from 10 to 20.
Hostile fleet detected.
That on the actual construction queue. No, that's not the right one. I should do that by going back to our home base and then selecting the Mark II from there. Actually, I thought it was 82, but it's only 66. So the base cost, but it's being reduced by our president. Good. Makes my life a little bit better, easier. So we have found the space pirates. Luckily, we have our military in system.
Hostile fleet engaged. Construction ship under attack. Evading hostile fleet.
I think it would have been good if I placed a leader on board of that vessel first. Which I didn't do at this point. So, not too far. I do want to see what's going on. Looks like they've got some means of repairing themselves, which my ships don't do. Luckily my ships were actually in orbit there, which actually makes it easier for me to look at what's going on in terms of the health of them. My health is not so badly affected. They've got an engineer on board, and I think that's why they're actually able to repair. Finally started to do some damage to my ships. I don't think it's sufficient for them to actually take me out fully. Nope. I should be able to take them out. One more to go.
Situation log updated.
Perfect. So at this point I basically get a report up on that battle. So it tells me exactly what's happened, how much damage I've dealt, damage output by them, how much they've actually had in terms of that towards shields, armor and hull. Okay. So I want to at this point at least in a minute, want to send those ships back for repair. So there's a repair button here that basically sends them back to our home base, and they'll be repaired over at our home base. And again, the health of this one, for example, is down to pretty low compared to what it was originally. It's about probably a third, maybe 40% of the original. So by clicking on that button here, it basically sends them back to our solar system, because we need to have a space base to be able to do that repair. Now I do have a ship here in orbit that's not doing anything, so what I'm going to do with them, so I'm going to select them first. I'm going to send it out for some further surveys. Procyon, I thought there was a habitable planet. No, there's not. Alpha Centauri is a habitable planet. Debris in Sirius. I didn't need that.
The leaders can have
So I can actually
assign,
assign
displace, and assign idle governors,
leader
scientists,
there.
admirals, and generals.
Military theory, research speed. That one is basically normally fail risk is reduced, careful, and that one is basically meticulous. I'm just going to pick this one. I'm going to assign that to that vessel. Now it's in the same system here, so I'm going to research that straight away. Is that the truth? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I had him at Bernard Star. I didn't have him in system. It looks like. So where's that ship based here? That one is based in Procyon. Okay. Why have I based it there? I'm not sure. Okay. Either way, unpause this again. We've got a new research project there. Just gonna track that. That's the debris from that fleet that tried to attack Sirius there. Fled that system because of the space, and maybe that was it. So I might want to send that ship back in there once it's completed its mission. Slowly see that circle of influence expanding, because of course the colony itself is slowly filling up. It's not there yet. Let's have a look at, as you can see, it's going to be another 4 months before it's complete.
System survey complete.
So this vessel has completed the system survey over here. Ooh, interesting. Canopus is habitable, and actually it looks like it is ideal for us. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to colonize that one next, I think. Is that too far out? It is quite far out, isn't it? Is there any other habitable planets on the route to there? That will put me pretty far out there. Let's tell that one to start the survey of the next system in the meantime. We got anything in here? There is something here. It's 60% habitable, but what is it? It is a tropical world, which I could terraform. The habitability determines the maximum happiness of a population field. Anything in here? No. I want to expand in this direction. It would be nice if I had something here. What can we do? What shall we do? Well, firstly, I'm going to take Alpha Centauri. My fleet is just about ready, I guess. This one's now doing that research here. First bit of research for them, so experience should be gained from this. So first fleet has been fully repaired. Perfect. I'll just send it back to our system here. I do want to assign a admiral to them as well. So what am I going to do here? Lifespan, evasion, or experience gain? Now lifespan would be useful, particularly since he's so young. That'll actually benefit him greatly. He's level 2, or skill level 2 it looks like. Ship upkeep is reduced. Fire rate is increased. That's good.
Anomaly found.
We found an anomaly. Let's research that. And in the meantime, as you can see, we've just completed our second colony ship. So I'm just going to send that over here. And we are going to be colonizing Alpha Centauri here. So where are we going to place our first base? Looks like this position will be nice. Perfect. Again, we were running at a slight loss here.
Colony established.
Perfect.
Research complete.
At this point, we do see that we actually got our colony up and running. I want to invest some extra effort into food production on here, so I'm going to basically build something on there. So I'm right clicking on there. I'm basically going to build a basic hydroponic farm, which is the only thing I can do until I've actually reached the point where I've got a planetary administration on the planet. Now it's going to give us a boost because already we see there's 2 food production possible. An extra 1 is only gonna cost us 30. Now in terms of our growth rate on this planet, growth rate is set to be fairly low still because we have got only very, very limited food production. We just completed some research. Perfect. Lasers for the defense module or solar network. I'm going to place that solar panel network as our next project.
Debris analyzed.
We've analyzed the debris. We basically gained some extra progress towards certain bits of research. Plus we've gained some research points, it looks like. Okay. So that's this research vessel here. What shall we do with him now? I think it'd be useful to go to Gindex and see if we can complete the survey there. Actually, that's Gindex not. We've already done, isn't it? It's this system here that I want to basically complete the survey on. In the meantime, have we found actually where that base might be, the pirate base? No, we have not.
Construction complete.
The UNS TAG have picked up some curious readings from a particular planet. There are significant pockets of radiation in the gas giant's atmosphere that appear to be the result of intense orbital bombardment. What someone could hope to gain by bombing a gas giant from orbit remains a mystery, however. As the vessel has prepared to break orbit, Science Officer Cal Luo has discovered a weak signal coming from the planet's interior. It may be a transmission of some kind, but the gas giant's background radiation makes it difficult to isolate. So we can issue a research project there, or we can ignore it. So I'm just going to issue that project. Updated. And I do want to research. So if I do go there, I should be able to now assign the scientist to be able to research that. I'm going to tell him to research that particular project. Okay, that one has been surveyed. That's the one that we just had over here. We've completed some construction here, and it looks like we've just finished part of our second fleet here. Have we got anything else in the queue? I believe I might have. No, it looks like I don't. We just built another Corvette Mark II over here. At least build up a little bit of a fleet again. Second fleet in this instance. still there? No, it's disappeared. Good.
Research complete. Construction complete.
I've just completed some research here, so that will increase our mineral storage capacity, as well as allowing us to actually enlarge our space station or spaceport to level 2. Just gonna pick a new bit of research here. It looks like we got an extra option in here. Nano composite material. We do have a little leap up in there already, it looks like. Interesting. That's increased armor type. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to invest in this for the moment. Because I had a few points in there already. It'd be beneficial to just keep on researching that, I think. So we've finished construction here. So we now have enlarged our fleet here to consist of 2 vessels as opposed to the original 1. Now have we basically... Where are we in terms of our colony ship? It's moving towards Alpha Centauri. And we've started our actual colony. It's going to be about 13 months. It's going to cost us 8 energy every turn. This particular planet here. Got no governor assigned yet. I could of course do something on the surface in terms of construction. I've already finished construction of that first bit there. What would I need to do to clear these? Toxic kelp. It's 100 of both. I don't think I'll need it for the moment being. Actually, that's a quite interesting one to have. At 100, but I haven't got the research. So I need to research that first to be able to do so. So I've got food being produced here, physics research I can do there, and additional credits can be achieved in the other ones. Okay, that's fine for the moment being, I would say. There were to be something else I could do in the meantime. So we've got 2 colonies. I've got Procyon, where I basically got a station. Research is ongoing, as you can see. Working on a special research, which is isolating signal over there. We just completed a research or surveying the system here. Now there was a project in here as well.
Special
so
project complete.
Science officer Kai Luo has managed to isolate the weak signal that came from somewhere deep within the atmosphere of the planet. It does indeed appear to be a transmission, and we have filtered it through our translation software. On screen, event, country event. No video feed. How do we respond? Finally, we all met spacefarers. We are the Datnak, and the planet you are orbiting is Tuluk Ron, our ancestral home. It always riveted to meet a solid, even if our last encounter with your kind was somewhat problematic. We've no doubt detected the radiation surges coming from our atmosphere. Tuluk Ron is dying, and our species will perish unless we find a new home. We have identified a planet that would suit our physiology, but we will have no means to get there. Sadly, our non-corporeal nature means we don't have much in the way of industry or technology. Will you help us? If you have no technology, how are you speaking is one choice. What happened to your planet? You want us to transport your entire species to another planet. We will help you relocate, which will basically give us a special project. Let's first ask what is happening to their planet. Well, the last time solids visited our a few thousand cycles ago, things didn't go very well. They wanted us to embrace their religion. We refused, and this triggered some kind of genocidal reaction. Completely unwarranted. Before we knew what happened, they maneuvered their fleet into orbit and unleashed a massive bombardment. Ah, but you are not the first solid to pay us a visit. Another spacefarer generously donated a small subspace transmitter and a scanner array to us 2.9 million solar cycles ago. This has been designed to be compatible with our physiology. One of the more positive encounters we've had with your kind. Question. Yes, we are hopefully soon. Don't worry. There aren't too many of us. Most Datnak died when our planet was bombarded, and those who survived retreated deeper into the atmosphere. Communication with the surface is difficult here, and the radiation spreading. We don't have much time. Alright, we will help you to relocate.
Situation log updated.
Excellent. We knew you could count on you. The coordinates of our new home have been forwarded. You must promise not to let your own colonists claim this alluring world before we get there, no matter how strong the temptation. Okay, let's pause this briefly. So we have that relocation there to be done. Let's go to that location briefly. Okay. So we do need to survey it apparently. So that's the system where that is at. They want to move there. Have I completed this survey? I have not. Let's do that survey of that system here first. So we're now doing that research
System
here
survey
of
complete.
this special project. The system survey has been completed, which was this one. This particular system here has now just been surveyed, which contains some interesting bits and pieces of what it looks like. But we are more towards the north of our current positioning. Let's research or survey that system there. Index. There were some bits that we could research there, but we just still don't have the skills for that. Mining. So we basically built a mining station. Perfect. So that's increased our actual mineral output here.
Mining stations are used to extract the minerals and strategic resources of the orbit. Evading hostile fleet.
Okay, so we just went into that system again, encountered another fleet. Is this the same as we had before? It's a mining station with ancient mining drones. I thought we had some kind of research project around there. Maybe not. Okay, so what are we going to do then? We're going to basically survey that system instead.
Evading hostile fleet. Hostile fleet detected.
Trying to merge those two
Hostile
fleets, see what actually will bring it to us. So we see their space and will be moving towards us. No problem at all. It shouldn't be, at least. Just gonna assign this one to survey that system over there. Unless, of course, again I encounter more of them. They haven't actually grown yet, have they? Oddly enough.
In the contact screen, we see a detailed list of all the various empires we have encountered. Their opinions of us are visible at a glance, and we can quickly and easily engage. The diplomacy screen is where we communicate with other civilizations. Here we can declare war, form alliances, and implement trade deals with our neighbors, amongst other things.
What kind of trade deals can we offer them? Plans is not something that they are looking forward to. We can offer it to them and see what they say. actually not gone there. They've gone to Alpha Centauri and I've got my fleet elsewhere. Of course, I should send my fleet there then. I've got a fledgling. Oh, not there. Fleet detected is this one. Okay. So we're retreating from them and we have received... We've decided to accept our trade proposal. The deal will last for the next 10 years. Perfect. Warping to Crimdor. At least we get to see where they are due to go. Of research, where do we stand? Actually, looking at the time, I think it's a great time actually to just call it a day. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pause the game. I'm going to basically close our research screen here, and I'm just going to save the game away. And this is our, of course, Let's Play number 4. So we've previously did number 2 and 3, and saving that away. Thank you very much for watching. Look forward to seeing you on the next one. If you liked the video, please click the like button. And if you want to see more of these videos or get notified of them, please subscribe so you'll be notified by YouTube. Thank you very much for watching again, and see you on the next one.